I once believed our love was eternal. Each "we're forever" a sacred promise etched into my heart. I cherished every word he whispered, building dreams on those vows like a child stacking blocks of hope. Then one rainy afternoon, as I sifted through our cluttered desk, a misplaced envelope fell open. Inside lay damning evidence: photos, messages, and a note that revealed his forever was not just ours, but belonged also to a mysterious stranger. In that heart-stopping moment, the future I'd built with unwavering trust shattered into countless fragments, and I was left to confront a betrayal that would redefine my very existence. I still recall the days when our relationship shone with unbridled promise. We had met on a brisk winter's day at a mutual friend's holiday party, he with his warm, inviting smile and I, with a hopeful heart eager to embrace a future of shared dreams. His eyes sparkled as he spoke about the endless possibilities that lay ahead, and every "I love you" felt like a promise of forever. We spent countless evenings wrapped in conversation, planning a life together filled with quiet mornings, cozy nights, and adventures in far-off places. Those early days were painted with vivid colors of joy and trust, each memory a testament to the belief that our love was unbreakable. As time passed, our days settled into a comforting rhythm. Mornings were spent sharing coffee and gentle laughter, while evenings brought whispered dreams about the future. We decorated our home with trinkets and photographs that celebrated our shared moments, and I felt secure in the knowledge that our bond was as solid as the foundation of our little haven. He often declared, "We're forever," and his words became the mantra that buoyed me through life's challenges. I believed every promise he made, clinging to the idea that nothing could ever mar the sanctuary we had built together. Then came the day that changed everything, a day when the facade of forever began to crumble. It was a dreary, overcast afternoon when I decided to organize some old files in our study. As I sorted through stacks of forgotten papers and memorabilia, I discovered an envelope I had never seen before. Its edges were worn, and the handwriting on it was unfamiliar yet strangely intimate. With trembling hands, I opened it and found photographs that I would later learn were evidence of his secret life, a secret affair with a mysterious stranger. There were snapshots of him laughing in dimly lit restaurants, candid images capturing tender moments with someone whose eyes shone with a forbidden glow. My breath caught in my throat as the truth unfolded in those printed images. The man who had promised me a future built on trust had been leading a double life. The shock was overwhelming. I sat motionless on the floor of our study, the photographs spread before me like a silent, accusatory gallery. Every smile he had once given me, every whispered "I love you," now seemed a cruel deception. I felt as if the ground had been ripped from beneath me, leaving me suspended in a void of disbelief and heartbreak. How could someone I had trusted with every fiber of my being harbor such secrets? Questions whirled in my mind, questions that I wasn't sure I wanted answers to, yet I needed to know the truth to reclaim myself. That night, sleep eluded me as I lay awake in the darkness of our bedroom. The images from the envelope replayed in my mind over and over, each one a dagger of betrayal piercing through the fabric of our shared dreams. I remembered the tender mornings we spent planning our future, the quiet evenings filled with hope, and I couldn't reconcile those cherished moments with the hidden life that now lay exposed before me. My heart ached with a profound sense of loss, as if I had been robbed not only of our future but of my very self. In the following days, I became consumed by a relentless quest for truth. I scoured our home for more clues, searching through drawers, boxes, and forgotten files. Each new discovery deepened the wound: a bank statement showing mysterious transactions, text messages that hinted at clandestine meetings, and even a note that mentioned a date with someone he called Alex. Every piece of evidence painted a picture of a man leading a life divided between the promises he made to me and the allure of a secret romance. I wrestled with an unbearable mix of emotions: anger, sorrow, disbelief, and a gnawing sense of betrayal. Every memory of our love, every promise of forever, was now tainted by the stark reality of his deceit. I questioned my own judgment, wondering how I could have been so blind to the signs, so eager to believe in a love that was nothing more than a well-crafted lie. The weight of the betrayal was crushing, and I found myself teetering on the brink of despair. Yet amid that darkness, a small, determined spark of resolve began to emerge. I realized that I could no longer allow this secret to define me, that I deserved a life built on honesty, where my trust was cherished rather than shattered. I reached out to my closest friend, someone whose unwavering support had always been my anchor in times of turmoil. We met in a quiet cafe on a chilly afternoon, and through tearful conversations over steaming cups of tea, I recounted every painful detail: the envelope, the photographs, the evidence of his hidden affair. "You deserve the truth," she said softly, her eyes filled with empathy. "You deserve a love that is honest and whole." Her words resonated deeply, igniting in me a determination to reclaim my life and rewrite my story. Emboldened by her support, I began to gather every shred of evidence. I scanned and saved every digital file, printed out every text message, and meticulously organized the evidence into a folder I labeled Truth. Each piece was a painful reminder of the betrayal, yet also a testament to the reality I needed to face. I spent long nights reviewing the evidence, each reread a small step toward accepting the truth and understanding that my future must be built on honesty, even if that meant leaving behind the man I once loved. Eventually, I knew I had to confront him. I rehearsed my words in the quiet solitude of our home, standing before the mirror until my reflection showed a woman who was both heartbroken and resolute. "I trusted you," I whispered repeatedly, "and you promised me forever. But your secrets have shattered that promise." Each repetition became a vow to myself, a vow that I would not let his betrayal destroy my sense of self-worth or the future I dreamed of. The day of the confrontation arrived on a cold, overcast afternoon. Our home, once a haven of shared dreams and laughter, now felt oppressive and silent. I sat in the living room, the folder of evidence clutched tightly in my hands, my heart pounding with a mixture of dread and determination. When he finally returned home, his face was a mask of calm normalcy, a facade that now struck me as painfully deceptive. I stood, took a deep breath, and met his eyes. "We need to talk," I said, my voice steady despite the storm raging inside me. He paused, his gaze flickering toward the folder on the coffee table. I opened the folder and began to lay out the evidence one piece at a time. "I trusted you with everything," I said, each word heavy with heartbreak, "and you swore that our love was unbreakable. But these photographs, these messages, they reveal a hidden life you built behind my back." His face turned pale, and for a long, agonizing moment, he struggled to find words. He mumbled feeble excuses, claims of stress, work-related late nights, and misguided decisions. But nothing could erase the undeniable truth laid bare before us. The confrontation was excruciating, a collision of raw emotion and the cold, harsh light of reality. I demanded the truth, questioning how he could live two lives, how he could promise me forever while secretly nurturing a love that was not mine. His silence, punctuated by stammered apologies, spoke louder than any words ever could. The realization that the future we had planned together was nothing but an elaborate illusion filled me with a deep, aching sorrow. I felt as if my heart were splintering into countless fragments, each one a painful reminder of the trust one had once given so freely. In the days that followed, I found myself enveloped in a cocoon of grief and introspection. I wandered through the empty rooms of our home, each corner echoing with memories that now felt like distant, shattered dreams. The evidence of his betrayal was a constant, painful presence, a reminder of a secret life that had been hidden from me for far too long. I questioned every cherished moment, every shared laugh and whispered promise, wondering how I could have been so blinded by love. The weight of his deception pressed down on me relentlessly, but amid the darkness, a quiet determination began to blossom. I realized that while the pain was immense, it also presented an opportunity, a chance to reclaim my identity and build a future defined by truth, honesty, and self-respect. I reached out to a therapist, whose gentle guidance helped me navigate the turbulent sea of emotions that now defined my days. In the safety of our sessions, I learned to untangle the intricate web of betrayal, to acknowledge every tear and every moment of anguish as a step toward healing. I poured my heart into my journal, writing with raw honesty about the depths of my pain and the slow, painstaking journey toward reclaiming my life. With each entry, I felt a small measure of relief, a reminder that while the scars of betrayal might never fully fade, they could serve as powerful symbols of my resilience. Publicly, the story of our unraveling future became a quiet, unspoken secret among friends and family. Whispers of sympathy, sideways glances, and gentle words of encouragement accompanied me wherever I went, each one a small beacon of hope in the darkness. I began to share my journey on a personal blog, writing candidly about the heartbreak, the confrontation, and the gradual process of rebuilding my life. The response was overwhelming. Messages of support from strangers who had faced similar betrayals, kind words from old friends who reminded me that I was stronger than the lies that had once defined my world. Their voices, both near and far, reinforced my resolve to forge a future where trust was not taken for granted, but earned through honesty and mutual respect. As the months turned into a year, I slowly began to rediscover who I was before the betrayal, a woman with dreams, passions, and an unyielding capacity for love. I ventured back into the realm of dating cautiously, each new encounter approached with a blend of guarded optimism and hard-earned wisdom. Every sincere smile and every kind word helped mend the shattered pieces of my heart, weaving together a tapestry of hope that promised a future where my worth was recognized and celebrated. I learned that true love must be built on transparency, that every promise is sacred only when it is backed by truth, and that I was deserving of a partner who cherished my trust as much as I cherished theirs. Now, as I sit in the soft, gentle glow of my modest apartment, a space that I have painstakingly transformed into a sanctuary of healing and new beginnings, I reflect on the long, winding journey that led me from the depths of betrayal to a place of quiet empowerment. The memory of that hidden notebook, the spare key to his secret life, and the evidence of a hidden love remains etched in my heart as a painful reminder of the fragility of trust. Yet it is also a testament to the strength I discovered within myself, a strength that allowed me to confront the truth, reclaim my dignity, and rebuild my future on my own terms. Every sunrise is now a promise of new beginnings, a chance to rewrite my story and to shape a future defined by honesty, self-respect, and the unyielding belief that I am worthy of a love that is real. I now move forward with an unshakable conviction that I deserve a love that is genuine and transparent, a future where trust is not a fragile illusion, but a solid foundation built on mutual respect and truth. I stand today as a survivor, a woman whose heart, though scarred by betrayal, beats with the unyielding promise of self-worth and hope. Every new day is a fresh start, a chance to reclaim the future I deserve, free from the shadows of deception. My journey has taught me that while betrayal may leave scars that never fully fade, those scars are not marks of defeat but emblems of my resilience, a testament to the strength that carries me forward even in the darkest times. This is my story, a journey of shattered dreams, heart-wrenching betrayal, and ultimately the triumphant reclamation of my life. I trusted him when he declared, "We're forever," believing every word was a sacred vow meant to build our shared future. But when I discovered the hidden evidence of his secret love, a meticulously orchestrated double life revealed through a misplaced key, a hidden notebook, and a cascade of incriminating messages, everything I believed crumbled into bitter fragments. In that devastating moment, I found the strength to confront the truth, to gather every piece of evidence, and to reclaim my future from the ruins of deception. Every tear, every sleepless night, every agonizing moment has led me to this place, a place where I now stand unbroken, determined to forge a future defined by truth, self-respect, and the unwavering promise that I am worthy of a love that is real. Every sunrise now is an invitation to begin again, a chance to rewrite my story, to embrace a future where my destiny is mine to shape, and to live a life where every promise is honored with honesty and every dream is built on the solid foundation of trust. I step boldly into each new day with the fierce conviction that my worth is not determined by the lies of the past, but by the resilient, unyielding spirit within me. And as I move forward, I carry with me the profound lesson that even in the face of the deepest betrayal, there is always hope, a hope that lights the way to a tomorrow filled with genuine love, honest connection, and the unbreakable promise of a future that is entirely my own.